Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin wa bihi nasta'in ala umuri dunya waddin wa salatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. To all final year project 1 and final year project 2 candidates from Usuluddin and Cooperative Religion. My name is Siti Fadlahanin Binti and I'm your MC for this briefing meeting today. So insyaAllah before we begin, let's invite Brother Salahuddin to recite the dua. فليتفضل مشكورا.
النبي الكريم وعلى آله وأصحابه الكرام الفاتحة. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين حمدا يوافي نعمه ويكافئ مزيده. يا ربنا لك الحمد كما ينبغي لجلال وجهك الكريم ولعظيم سلطانك. اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا محمد صلاة تنجينا بها من جميع الأهوال والآفات وتقضي لنا بها من جميع الحاجات وتطهرنا من جميع السيئات وترفعنا بها عندك أعلى الدرجات وتبلغنا بها أقصى الغايات من جميع الخيرات في الحياة وبعد الممات وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Oh Allah, with your mercy and protection, we are able to gather here at this FYP briefing held by the Secretary of Usuluddin and Cooperative Religion, UDCY. Ya Allah, with your mercy and protection, place the noble objective of this event in setting the agenda planned by the UC Secretariat and RKUD Department, and may the plan be a success with your blessing. Make us enjoy righteous guidance which we do not seek, to change a path of truth from which we do not deviate, or well that intention which we do not doubt. Let us live so long as our life is spent in your obedience. Adorn us with the adornment of the righteous and clothe us with the ornament of the pious in spreading good behavior and striving towards excellence to become better servant of yours. Allahumma ighfir lana dhunubana wa li ikhwanina alladhina sabaquna bil iman wa la taj'al fi qulubina ghillan lil ladzina amanu rabbana innaka ra'ufur rahim. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina adzabannar. Sallallahu alaihi wasallam Muhammad wa ala alihi washabihi wa baraka wasallam. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin.
Thank you for the dua recitations, Brother Salah. InsyaAllah we will be listening to FIP briefing from Associate Professor Dr. Syekh Amnah Binti Bahari, the RKUD FIP Coordinator. I hope everyone can be attentive and respectful during this briefing. And please make sure that you have mute your microphones to avoid unwanted interruption and distraction. At the end of the session, there will be a Q&A slot. You may ask your questions and you can also type it in the chat box. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Syekh Amnah to continue with the session. Please welcome.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So it's so good to see all of you here, all my dear students. Yeah, so far we have 64 participants. Yeah, can you hear me well, all of you?
Yes,
Yes, Doctor.
yes, Doctor. Yes, yes, Doctor.
Right, I am so happy to hear your voice, because previously this is what we begin since 2017 to 18, during COVID, and until now still some of us managed to see face to face, and just like Fadila just now, she was in my class also. All of you, in fact, semuanya di sini, 63 of you, including Salah, including whoever, thank you so much, and congratulations for enrolling this FYP1 and also continue with your FYP2. Just for your information, this semester alone, we have about 76 students for FYP1. So we have about 18 sections here this semester alone. Ramai tu. And for FYP2, we have about 28 students in this FYP2 lah, yeah, and it continues with about 8 sections with the previous supervisor, and they continue. Yeah. So what I would like to share with all of you is that let me share with my little share screen. Yeah. Boleh nampak ke tidak ni, tak pasti. Can you see all of you my screen? Boleh nampak ke? Boleh?
Boleh.
Okay. So briefly, I'm not going to in detail, cuma just to share what actually this briefing is will deal with. Today is October 18, hujan yang sangat lebat di belakang. I'm here in my office. Habis kelas tadi pukul about 4:50 tadi. Continue, and then now today is already Rabiul Thani 3rd, 14:45.
Recording in progress.
Got it. Yeah. So saya kena patah balik because of the recording tadi. So what actually that when we talk about these final year projects 1 and 2 ini, semua faham lah ya. Why? It means what? It means that this final year project ni antara salah satu critical aspect of the undergraduate degree, without which it is not. Inilah ya, at least when you graduate later on, you say, oh, I am so happy and I am so into that I have already presented and I have already involved in writing a piece of the project. From year 1, last semester, most of you are 4th year. In this session ini, I noticed most of you 4th year, maknanya first semester and also second semester. This semester, most of you are doing FYP1 and the next one will be FYP2, inshallah. I tell you what, if you meet your supervisor quite often, by right, accordingly, it should be 6 meetings, tapi the more the better. Maknanya that you can get a closer discussion, a closer advice from your supervisor. So particularly from FYP1 ini, today, at this moment of the time, topik mesti dah ada. Kalau tak ada tu agak berat sikit lah, tapi tak apa, still you have to meet your supervisor. What is actually that you have in mind to do? She or he will guide all of you. Okay, sebenarnya this PowerPoint will say that it is actually the ability to show whatever that you have learned, whatever you have accumulated all this while. Lepas tu, it also says that something about application of knowledge that you have gone through, whether it's relevantization ke, Islamization ke, this is what you're going to share later on with your supervisor, and insyaAllah kita akan gunakan. So what are the guidelines? I will not give you the guidelines, but I'm going to share with all of you the I'll be sharing with all of you this one. For FYP1 dahulu, cost plan. What actually the planning that a person need to have, and also this is what my plan, a pledge for me as a supervisor to share with my student. Ini for FYP1, sekejap lagi FYP2. So now, since most of you just came back from your internship, the date dah almost over, tapi tak apa, not to worry. So what you need to do now, get to discuss with your supervisor what actually that you want to write, particularly what is actually the research that you want to embark in, apa methodnya, and how Islam look at it, and what are the ethical issues, and what are the area that you want to focus on. So I purposely put here 20 marks, just as a guideline, bukannya ada exercise pun, but I am this sharing, planning, so that you are aware and you are alert where you stand right now. Ini dia. So searching for topics, the introduction clearly defines your scope of research. You see, I put in red here, reminder, marks for language 10% and commitment discipline also 10%. Ingat itu. Yeah? Although it's not mentioned dalam any part, your supervisor will insyaAllah, yeah, will consider this, because I have informed all of them already. This is what need to be taken into consideration. Yeah? Kalau tidak, tak jumpa langsung. Yeah? So that is the problem. So okay, now we move on to week 2. Tengok ya, week 2 apa dia? There you go, pernah dengar research ke? I'm sure, Fadila, you have already done before research background. Benda ni kena ada dalam kepala kita. Yeah? What actually this gap is all about, apa objektif, RO and RQ, apa LR, itu semua datang baliklah, imbau balik ingatan itu sekarang. Yeah? And then we move on to method. What method you nak guna? Nak guna mixed mode ke? Nak guna just a single mode saja is your prerogative. You can discuss with your supervisor. But I know of, macam Dr. Salam, Salam Zulkifli, he used to ask his student or to have some kind of mixed mode, maksudnya interview ke apa, is up to you whether you want to do it or not, terserah. So now, then we move on again to week seterusnya, develop your conceptual framework. Remember, I have been telling all of you, discussing with all of you before, ini penting di dalam kita punya research proposal, research kita punya ini mesti ada. Some supervisor tak apalah, tak kisah. But for me, saya kisah sebab this one will show our ability to put in pictograph, so that you are able to explain better. With the moment you see at this picture, you dah tahu ini apa, RO dia apa, RQ dia apa, objektif dia apa. It's very important, Okay, now seterusnya LR, literature review, bukan lagi 6, bukan lagi 10, tetapi ingat 30 and above. Yang ini I was helping all of you. Salahuddin dulu cukup tak happy dengan saya. Apalah madam ni sampai 30, letih dah nak dapat 30. Tapi the way we have done before, kita insya-Allah are able to make it. So mid semester break, tengok 23 hari bulan, 25 hari bulan ni, bulan depan. Berapa hari saja lagi Hari ini dah week 2 dah. How time flew, cepat berlalu. Okey, seterusnya tengok ini untuk orang kata course plan meant for FYP 1. FYP 1 dia buat sehingga literature review sahaja. Final submission tengok apa yang content dalam submission you untuk literature review, 10% conclusion, language, commitments, discipline. Deadline-nya kalau possible adalah 25 bulan 1 tahun 24 tahun depan. Tapi tahun depan pun beberapa hari saja lagi lah. Ini dia untuk your supervisor. Tengok meeting dia 6 to 8 times or more throughout the semester. Ini dia punya ini. Kita tengok kita punya apa ini dia. Saya cuma bagi guideline saja. Not necessary that you fit according to this date, tapi you be guided berapa persen. Tengok semua 100%. Writing introduction, write down method of research, framework, literature review, final paper. Ini untuk FYP 1. So Muna, you are hearing me, Muna? Yes, Muna?
Yes, Doctor. I'm hearing you.
Good. Kalau ada soalan lagi, tanya. Okay. Okay. Now I go to FYP 2 pula, course plan. So Badrina, I hear, Badrina?
Yes, Doctor. Yes.
You FYP 2 kan?
Yes, Doctor.
Tengok apa yang you kena buat I am sharing. Who is your supervisor?
Dr. Fazila.
Okay, good. So tengok kita punya, this is with my student lah kalau yang nak buat untuk FYP 2. FYP 2 tengok saya punya course plan. Not necessarily it goes along with your timing lah, tetapi ini sebagai guideline for everybody You tengok this week week 1 and week 2 ni, what need to be done adalah revisit and revise back apa yang dah buat semester yang lepas So again, I put here the same assessment supaya kita be guided, bukan not necessary writing apa itulah, Okay, tengok. Then immediately masuk dalam minggu kedua, this week, hari ni 18 dan besok 19, maksudnya literature review, maksud you have to revisit and ada nak tambah lagi because you want to improve somehow, you may want to put or add further. Lagi banyak, lagi baik, Okay, we move on further sehinggalah, go to week 4. Kalau boleh start doing your finding. Maksudnya analysis daripada you punya literature review tadi, kalau ada 3 soalan, what is the summary? Apa summary daripada situ? Apa is your answer? Nah, ini yang dikatakan findings, Tengok, exhibit the ability to respond to research question based on the sources available, interpretation of data supported dengan conclusion. Jangan lupa, walaupun you have review balik tadi pada literature review that you have found, untuk hari ini, kemungkinan besar if there be some new evidence, tolong tambahkan. It strengthen your points. Interpretation of data, supported conclusion and raise new question or applied to the new context. Macam konteks kita sekarang, post-COVID. Sebutkanlah. It adds mark to you. Because dulu, masa COVID kita have difficulties. Now, post-COVID, apa impact of those COVID dulu, sekarang. So it's very interesting, that you may want to add into your write-up. Lepas itu, then untuk for your supervisor lah up to week 7, lepas tu selepas daripada mid semester, there you go, start writing your conclusion and recommendation. So the conclusion apa dia? Sums of all the research into one concise and complete summation. Provide a clear recommendation for future research. Apa you nak buat sebenarnya selepas semester break. Tolong jangan lupa. Kemudian start presentation with your group sana, because this semester some of you ada macam Dr. Fazilah, dia ada 10 pelajar. So you may want to discuss with her. That is why I put week 10 so that you can present adakah that needs to be improved later on, or points that need to be added, you can share with her. So that is why I put a presentation, week 10, week 11. Kemudian, there you go. For FYP2, kita ada whole presentation. I have not yet decided and I have not yet again discussed with other members of your supervisor sama ada kita nak buat face-to-face punya presentation atau masih online. Tapi tentative date that I have put it up here adalah 5 bulan January, Friday. Cuba book that time daripada pagi sehingga petang lah, bergantung kepada situation. It is a parallel session lah, which I will explain later on. But however, now take note, bagi tahu pada whoever your lecturers yang nak buat exam on this date, tolonglah, jangan buat, because why? We're going to set it. Ini walaupun tentative, subject to changes, but kalau boleh lock dulu in the calendar so that you will not be affected by this. Nanti kalau ada perubahan susah, Okay, now it carries 20% or 20 marks, presentation. Kemudian finally submission adalah 16 bulan 2. Again, this is subject to your discussion with your supervisor. Kalau supervisor kata akhir tahun, saya tengok dia punya ini. Kalau let's say for example your supervisor said tak apalah submit 20 hari bulan atau 30 hari bulan 2, 28 bulan 2 pun is up to you. Because I just put it here selepas final exam, this is the deadline yang we have to submit because it carries 30 marks of your whole write-up. So this is what, just a brief explanation. Tengok dia punya marking sama juga. Revise literature, findings, conclusion, and then PowerPoint presentation. Itu saya letak tadi 5 hari bulan 1 ini. Take note of that. And then submission adalah 16 bulan 2 atau it depends on your supervisor. Yeah, because your supervisor will later on will submit the whole marks. Yeah. So this is about all lah my presentation, a very brief one. Tak sampai pun setengah jam, tapi I'm able, if you have any other question, what need to be done and what other things to be explained further, feel free to ask. Yeah. Sebab yang ini is not fast rule, they are subject to changes depending on your supervisor. Alright? So I stop my presentation so that to allow more discussion on it. So silakan, if you have anything to ask, silakan. Yeah? Yes. I go back to our nilai balik, so I will stop my presentation. Yeah? Okay. Go back to Salah ataupun to Fadilah, silakan. We have 75 participants here. If you have anything, silakan. Thank you so much. Yes, I'm going back. Yeah, ada apa-apa nak cakap, silakan. I'm talking to myself atau apa ni?
Doctor,
Yes.
I have a question.
Yes, please.
Is it possible to use the topic we done in research method? The same topic.
Siapa yang bercakap ni? Anis Kamila.
Yes.
Kalau if you want to do before, yeah, your research method tu dah completed kan dah? From A to Z. Why you want to repeat? Or you have something further to add to your topic atau apa?
Oh.
Do you have anything to add? Kalau tidak, jangan guna recycle lah. Mana it does not add more knowledge. Ya? Sebab research method, FYP1 is actually meant for all of us to understand better what we have done. Kalau boleh buatlah sesuatu yang terkini. Ya? Macam the topic of the current situation. Ya? Macam I just, that comes to my mind, that is what masalah addiction on computer atau masalah addiction on screen by kids, sekarang ini, that affect nanti in future 5 years time, 10 years time, apa akan jadi to those kids yang who are continuously on handphone bila makan. If you were to frequently visited ataupun pergi restoran with your family members, you notice la ilaha illallah, unbelievable. Parents, mak dia pun tengok handphone, bapak dia pun tengok handphone, kakak, adik-adik, dia sendiri tengok handphone. You imagine after this, what happened? You may want to do on that, which is very interesting, but discusslah with your supervisor. Okay, Nis?
Alright, thank you.
Okay. Tapi kalau nak buat juga with your paper last masa research method pun, tapi make some improvement lah. Jangan copycat Mr. Right nanti. Tak bagus. Okay, any other question please?
Doctor, there question in the chat box.
Already? Fatimah, I have already presented just now. Hang pi mana? Where were you just now? I have explained just now on the FYP1, dia punya research planning tadi. I have already said it just now. Okay, Fadilah, anything else?
No, I don't have any question.
Ada lain ke nak tanya? Because I go straight to the point. We don't really, benda ni benda yang sama that you have done for your research method dulu. Cuma for FYP1, dia sehingga from introduction, background, RQ1, RQ2, RQ3, and then apa lagi? And then it goes to your literature review and recommended conclusion. Itu sahaja for FYP1. FYP2 is a continuation from literature review, findings, and then recommendation, conclusion. Itu saja bezanya. Oh, FYP1 tak perlulah presentation, tapi presentation in front of their own supervisor. Okay? Supervisor sajalah dengan, because how are they going to decide what is the result? Kalau tidak, dia tak tahu. That is why masa kita punya internship also, presentation is needed, isn't it? So that not only that your external supervisor, me myself also as a IIUM punya supervisor has to listen to your presentation. So jadi FYP1 pun ada presentation with your own supervisor. FYP2 ada dua. One is with your own supervisor and the second one is for the whole other supervisors to look at your presentation. 20 marks anyway. Garrett, Fatima? Yes?
Doktor,
Yes.
may I ask?
Ya, sure. Sharifah mana ni?
Sharifah Nadira, saya pernah ambil dengan Doktor Time Research Method.
Ya, okay, go ahead.
Okay, I want to ask regarding our title for FYP.
Ya.
Bebas ke ataupun kena relate dengan Usuluddin and Comparative Religion?
Of course lah, kalau boleh, something that you have done, contribution, your research gap is not bebas actually, it's not open, Selalunya kalau is open, maknanya you are exposing yourself to something yang very wide. Kalau you put in context, is much easier. You can zoom in. Contoh punya macam as I was saying just now, issue of addiction to screen, telefon ini, addiction to screen among kids, a study in the context of ayat ke, in the context of Hamka punya parenting ke, in the context of whoever scholars that you want to ascribe to, will be better off. Supaya you tidak open wide sangat. Put in context. Selalunya text and context. So this is the spirit of department kita, Usuluddin and Comparative Religion, atau in general, kuliah of IRKHS, particularly from Islamic Studies, to make it relevant. So kalau you open saja macam tu, mana dia relevantization-nya? You get it, Sharifah?
Okay, Doktor. Thank you.
Okay, good. Jadi, discuss with your supervisor. Kalau dia kata open, no, you put in context. Tanya dia macam mana should I put in context. Remember, the spirit of relevant. Kita punya niche area, ini dalam kita punya, in fact, it is stated in the constitution of IIUM with regard to Islamization and relevantization. Sekarang sejahtera apa semua tu is still in place. Do not worry. Itu ada di dalam. It is mentioned in our constitution. So please take note of it. Alright, Sharifah? Yes? Anything else?
Alright, Doktor.
Okay. All the best to you.
Thank you, Doktor.
Right. Ada lagi nak tanya?
Doktor.
Yes, please.
I'm Sarah Ilina. I would like to ask if we make a quantitative method. So for the question, how many questions we need to make, and then how many respondents we need to find?
Oh, ini if you have your supervisor, kalau macam Dr. Salam, he love to have this quantitative, quantitative maknanya you have your supervisor lah to deal with, to assist you. Now, if you want to write in terms of question, are you saying the question with regard to questionnaire atau interview?
Questionnaire.
Kalau questionnaire, it depends, yes, because it has to be divided into few sections. Selalunya, you will have to have the demographic, and then you have also to have the question. Question, it can be various. What actually that you want to do? What area? Usually, it depends again, very subjective. It could be 10, it could be 20, it depends. Bergantung kepada what actually that you want. Okay, this is number one. Take note, you have 1 semester to do, and the next semester is to write FYP2. For FYP1 sekarang ini, to be valid, saya sebut lagi sekali, to be valid, the number of your respondent, it should be more than 400 untuk questionnaire. Sebab kalau you hantar only 400, they tend to be some kind of dropouts. Maksudnya kadang-kadang 10 soalan answer only 8, then tak valid. Then you go to the next one, only answer 1, the other 9 tak valid. So tak boleh. So if possible, get it double, 800, so supaya to become valid. Yeah, this is what I want to share with all of you. Kalau nak buat betul-betul lah ya, if you want to do the correct one and the truthful one, buat yang terbaik. Jangan buat sometimes, okay, supervisor kata tak apalah 100 kita nak belajar. I beg to differ, because unless and until you do something truthfully, keberkatan tu akan ada. Jangan main-main saja. If you want to do it terbaik. Alright, Sarah?
Okay, Doktor. So if we interview kalau kita buat interview, berapa orang kalau untuk interview?
Untuk interview 10 soalan, 4 orang sudah memadai. Tapi this person ni, yang 4 orang ini, it should be not anybody lah, bukan orang kaleng-kaleng lah, not anybody. It should be a person who are maksudnya yang terkenal, yang faham and understood well, scholar lah, your lecturer probably, the lecturer ke apa ke, top brass of this university ke, the rector himself ke, bukan saja just any layman, tak mau. It should be 4%, tetapi record it and then cari dia punya record, and also you have to transcribe, and you have also to orang kata mining lah dia punya points that you have to understand from the whole answer that you have gained from the interview. Take note, yeah. I think this one is much easier. Cuma the tedious part is to really sit down and data mining lah from that interview. Itu yang quite tedious. Tapi it is better off as compared to questionnaire. Tapi questionnaire ni is easier because you can go through Google document and whatever you can do through it, you can already immediately get the answer. But the issue is, can you go up to 800? Itu dia. Kalau dapat the answer 400 tu very valid lah, maknanya you can be verified whatever that you have discussed itu memang betul. Whatever the question that you want to highlight is correct. 400. Less than that, not valid. And you have to test lah. Ini more statistical, whereby frequency lah, median, itu you have to ask lah somebody else. Because in terms of research ini, the observation itu, the citation in statistic is very important. And only certain people saja yang able. You may want to ask people from human sciences. For example, if you want to ask me of straightforward, I can name like macam Professor Dr. Jamila from psychology. She's very good in that. Siapa lagi? Dr. Jusmiati, the HOD of psychology, the dean himself. You can go and ask them. These people, because they are exposed to statistic and how do you derive the answer. Boleh? You can always ask them. Alright, Sarah?
Okay, Doktor. Thank you.
Alright, welcome. Any other question?
Doktor, saya nak tanya.
Yes.
Kirakan yang untuk FYP1 kita just buat the method kan, tapi in FYP2 baru tulis the findings yang dah jumpa.
So what is your
dekat, as in FYP1 we write down the method if we want like questionnaire or interview. or if it's just qualitative. But then in FYP2, then we will write the findings of the FYP1 that we just had, right?
Yeah, almost I have mentioned just now. The with regard to the planning, for FYP1, again repeated the same question that Siti Fatimah was asking just now. The introduction followed with your RQRO and also followed together with your literature review and conceptual framework and method untuk FYP1. FYP2, you go for your, again, repeat lah, revise your literature review for together and your findings and your recommendation, conclusion. And don't forget your references. References should be more than 30. Take note, kita for Usuluddin and comparative religion, the citation should be Chicago citation. Not, again, I'm repeating, not APA citation. So take note, yang ada footnote and there ada references. Kalau you are referring to APA dia in text, kita tak mau yang tu. We want citation having footnotes, 1, 2, 3 di bawah tu, as that you have learned before. Okay, Siti Kadra, or anything else you want to know?
No, okay. Thank you, Doctor.
All right.
Doctor,
Anybody? Yes, okay. Ali, silakan.
I have a question regarding the footnote. Is it necessary to put the link of the references or just to be in the last paper for the reference?
It is good to have both the link, and remember, kalau di dalam footnote, if you have chosen assess lah. Kalau in your references at the back, the bibliography itu the capital letter. Tapi kalau dalam footnote assess tadi, A is small letter. Take note. You have done it well in your paper, kan, Ali? So is that all that you want to ask?
Yes, that's all.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Doctor.
All right. Aisyah Sakinah, do you have anything to ask?
No,
Aisyah?
Doctor.
Oh, no, Doctor. You all bagi tak bayar tak intern hari tu? Dia bayar tak? Tak mau cakap ya?
Doktor dia bayar lah.
Okay lah, good lah. So you can always enjoy. Others, they do not receive anything. So majority here, are you receiving any allowance for your intern? Anybody here? Semua ada dapat ke? Except for Sakinah, dia memang dapat. Baguslah rezeki dia. What about others?
Tak dapat.
Do you get it?
No.
Tak apa. Tak apa, it's okay. No problem. Ini pengalaman itu yang penting. So in future, carilah tempat for your adik-adik, nanti you inform dan cari tempat mana yang dia boleh bayar. Some places pay a very good pay. Tiap-tiap bulan dia bayar. Rezeki masing-masing lah. So anything else from the members di sini? Saya nampak nama Amir Syahmi. So apa soalan nak tanya, Amir?
Doktor, nanti course plan ni share ke?
Okay, Syafiqah, WhatsApp.
Course plan ni nanti akan share ke?
Oh yeah, dalam kita punya WhatsApp, I'll be sharing. What are the thing, particularly for course planning tadi, what actually needed to be done. Ini guideline. Your SV, your supervisor nanti akan explain further lah. But for me, this is my guideline. Usually that I've been guided by this and I pledge this to do with my group of students. Because it seems this semester FYP1, most lecturer, are having 5 students to them for all of us, because the number is quite high. 77 ni. 77. 77. Addition here and then. Cuma hari ini attendance 72 saja. out of 100, if I were to add, FYP 1, 77, FYP 2, 28, it's about 100 and berapa? 115. 105. Ramai tu. Yes, anything else? Shafika, you have to ask anything?
No, Doctor.
No, I saw Daniel Shafiq. Anything? Anything do you want to ask? Kalau tak ada, kita adjourn saja. No problem.
Doctor?
Yes, please, Satira.
I want to ask, if I want to choose the topic on comparative religion, is it possible, or is it too hard to make research on that?
Apa pula? What area you want to write? But comparative religion is a very wide area. You nak write on Buddhism? You nak write on Judaism? You nak Christianity? Which area you nak buat? So you may want to discuss with your supervisor. Tapi selalunya kalau comparative religion ini, you need to compare lah from, let's say for example, if you were to go for any concepts in Sikhism, contohnya concept of compassionate, compassionate di dalam Sikhism ada tak the term that they have used, and compare in Islamic perspective, and how do this be applicable in the context of say for example compassionate tadi, Sikhism kata sampai semut pun tak boleh bunuh. What about these people are killing dekat Myanmar tu, killing people every day, and these Palestinian people being killed every day. Macam mana? How is it applicable? You may want to work on that. Maknanya your compassionate tadi in Sikhism compare dengan Islam and in context of Palestinian being bombed tu. Boleh ke tak boleh? This is where you are covering research gap using this perspective, Atira. Guna Sikhism, tak mau Sikhism, Buddhism pun boleh. Tak nak guna Buddhism, Hinduism pun boleh, or Christianity, is up to you. Discuss with your supervisor, put in context. Jari, Atira? Nampak tak?
Okay.
Alright.
Thank you, Doctor.
Alright. So anything else? Badrina, anything you want to ask? Ke dah selamat dah? FYP 2 kan?
I think so far insyaAllah okay, Doctor.
Okay, so far so good lah, yeah. Okay lah.
InsyaAllah.
Okay, anything? Fatin, Amelia, you want to ask anything? Diam saja dia.
So far, no question, Doctor.
As usual lah. Masa RM dulu pun macam tu, ya. Okay, Farisha, anything you want to ask? Dah settle dah your problem?
Alhamdulillah, Doktor. Thank you. I want to ask macam hari tu katakanlah kalau nak buat yang interview jenis yang soalan untuk interview, katakanlah kalau kan tadi doktor kata tak boleh certain person to interview, right? So is it kalau how about the founder of the company, is it okay for okay.
Any area yang let's say for example you want to go for LASIK punya ni, pergilah jumpa profesor apa nama tu, profesor mata tu apa nama dia?
Profesor Muhaya.
Try to get this kind of dia dah lah Islamic punya apa ni, intention dia very strong, and then dia pula give a lot of information on LASIK treatment itu, and she puts in context. So why don't you, kalau betul-betul nak interview lah, cari yang strong person lah, bukan any orang kata Tom, any Dick, any Henry. No. Kita cari yang berkaliber, yang knowledgeable, and able to answer your question well. Bukan main-main. Jangan cari selebriti yang just for the sake of cari popularity. Kita tak nak yang tu. Kita nak yang academic oriented. So that will be very good lah. Kalau if you decided to have this interview.
Okay, Doktor. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. Anybody ada lagi ke soalan?
Dah jom lah, jom.
Come again? Okay, Hakim, anything you want to ask? Hakim Nasir, he is making the apa nama recording ni. Anything you want to ask, Hakim?
No, Doctor, thank you.
La haula wala. Okay, Husna, anything? I'm calling names pula, macam dalam kelas lah pula. Kalau tak ada nanti tak bye-bye dah semua ni.
Yes, Doktor. InsyaAllah
Ada apa-apa nak
kalau
tanya?
no question, Doktor. InsyaAllah.
Okay. Now, Iman Zikri, anything?
No, Doctor, so far so good.
Oh,
Alhamdulillah.
so far, so good, yeah? So you are happy lah having your supervisor tadi tu?
Ah, so far
He,
okay lah. Okay. Good.
so far okay lah. Mana boleh okay lah? Dia yang mencari you. Okay, anything else from the floor? Okay, Farzana, apa hal ni diam saja? Okay.
Yes, Doctor.
No question to ask.
Alhamdulillah, it's clear.
Boleh cakap Alhamdulillah clear. Wow, ni ikutlah nak tanya apa-apa ke?
Doctor.
Yes, Muna, anything?
I want to ask like for the title for the project kan, is there like any sensitive issue that we cannot cannot do on?
What are the sensitive issue that you refer to?
I'm not sure, but maybe just I'm worried sebab apa tu kan saya terfikir nak buat pasal like Judaism and like nak interview them and all that, tapi like sekarang ni kan like ada isu Palestin tu like adakah itu satu like gangguan ke sensitif ke?
Yalah, at this moment of time, to a certain extent, it's quite difficult to get somebody to be interviewed. Tapi if you want person among the Judaist people, Yahud, no, you can always refer dengan Dr. Noh, because he has some contacts with the Judaist people, orang-orang Yahudi dekat Singapore and any places. In fact, di Penang pun berlambak-lambak. Cuma if in context of if you want to discuss tentang Palestin dengan Israel, isu itu memanglah bermasalah lah sedikit sekarang ini. I think you can always choose other topics. Why you want to discuss on sensitive issue, jadi menyusahkan diri sendiri lah juga. If you would like to choose other topics, that will be very good. Kalau instead of doing on this isu sekarang ni panas, jadi susah nak dapat bahan.
Okay, alright, thank you, Madam.
You're welcome. Okay, Muhammad Nasruddin. Yes, okay, something else.
Yes,
Yes,
waktu RM dulu kan our paper banyak emphasize on Quran ataupun hadis untuk our references. So untuk FYP ni perlu wajib ada Quran atau sunnah juga ke, ataupun boleh references ada sources je?
sources, tetapi take note, take note. Quran and Sunnah is our main references as a Muslim. As a Muslim. Sebab itu RM masa research method, I will always put in context of that supaya it guides you to throughout your life. Bukan untuk RM saja, bukan untuk FYP1, FYP2 saja, but for future. Itu sebab kita tanam daripada awal, insya-Allah akhirnya pun akan berhasilkan yang berjiwa Quran dan berjiwa hadis. Of course you can always cite other citation, no problem. Cuma sumber yang utama adalah yang itu. After all, you just said just now your syahadah kan? Baru sekejap tadi, asar tadi. Pukul 4:18. Sekejap lagi maghrib pula. Right, Naya Hamiza?
Yes,
right or wrong? Yes, boleh je,
Betul.
boleh. Okay. Anything else?
Okay, thank you, Doctor.
You're welcome.
Doctor, our supervisors already dah tahu
semua dah assign. Check, I maklum. Already assigned. Kalau yang tak pasti itu, you can always contact me lah personally, and I'll make sure that whoever lah yang, tapi sekarang most of us dah penuh dah. Kalau worst come to worst, kalau lambat lagi yang tak register, jadi agak sukar lah. You have to do it next semester. Sekarang dah week yang kedua lah. Why delay for those yang tak register lagi lah. But I'm sure in this group semua ni, semua dah register, having their names already with me. Sebab itu that I can say we have got for FYP 1 this semester 18 sections for the first time. Dulu ada 10, ada 11, sekarang 18. Next semester pun I presume, assume it's gonna be like this also. Okay? Sebab semuanya buat masa tahun akhir. Yes, anything else? Have I answered your question, Amiza?
Yes, betul. Thank you.
Okay. All right, welcome. Anything else? Almost 6 now.
Assalamualaikum, Doktor.
Waalaikumsalam, ya, Indira.
Saya nak tanya kalau macam macam supervisor saya tu bidang comparative religion, tetapi saya nak buat pasal comparative issue, so macam influence tak dengan study saya, research saya?
I don't get you. Influence yang macam mana tu?
Macam bidang lecturer tu lain dengan bidang saya.
How do you know lain?
Saya just tertanya je.
Oh, you cannot simply presume because most of us here dekat Department Usuluddin are exposed and also ada concerted effort on comparative religion and Usuluddin. Cuma at this semester, some of them, although they are major in Usuluddin, they might also teach in comparative religion. Yeah. For example, I can cite macam Dr. Mashitah, Arabic, English pun boleh. She is also, although dia buat in Buddhism, dia punya PhD dia, Buddhism, Buzia, tetapi akidah dia punya itu we still study. In fact, in my case also, I did for my PhD, we have coursework, saya 16 courses. Yeah. Half of it comparative religion and the other one is Usuluddin. So balance up lah. In fact, I can add more for Usuluddin. That is why my area more concerned for Usuluddin. It does not mean to say that I am not exposed and I do not learn Buddhism. I do not learn Hinduism. Tak, masih. So that is why kita, most of the lecturers over here, Syahirah, we being already assigned whether we are in comparative religion ataupun Usuluddin. Alright?
Alright, Doctor. Sorry for the question kalau sensitive. Sorry. Thank you.
Okay, welcome. Other question? Ladies yang bertanya banyak, brothers tak ada tanya ke? Except for Ali tadi and few others tadi. Yang saya bising-bising tanya tu. Any other question? Solah, anything you want to ask so that you can explain further to your members? Salahuddin? Ada nak tanya lah supaya jelas, supaya nanti kalau members tanya, okay, this is this.
Okay.
Anything?
I'm trying to ask, actually, I just terfikir lah dalam kalau tak nak macam nak buat satu tajuk yang saya nak ambil daripada movie Marvel sebenarnya, sebab Marvel kan dia ada elemen hero daripada bumi dan hero daripada God. So
you cakap putus-putus lah. Solah, cuba dekat sikit.
Dengar tak?
Baru dengar. Tadi jauh.
Saya just try je lah sebab just terfikir je dalam pemikiran saya. Saya nak buat satu comparative religion yang mana kita kan orang Islam memang kita percaya yang Allah tu Tuhan kita kan, tapi pada masa sama banyak tengok movie-movie yang mungkin lari sikit lah, dia lari sikit yang lari lah kot, buat orang putih yang buat filem kan.
Nama
Kita
tu orang putih.
so macam movie Marvel tu macam contoh filem Thor tu sendiri kan. Lepas tu Doctor Strange pun dia ada macam elemen-elemen Buddhism kan, so boleh ke macam saya nak kaitkan Marvel tu dengan FYP untuk buat something yang creative
Boleh
agent.
saja, as long as dia ada elemen that talk about, ada banyak kali review that you want to review nanti, literature review on that film Thor tu tadi. Saya pun suka tengok cerita merapu, tapi boleh ke manusia terbang dengan dia punya pedang tu. Lepas tu berkaitan dengan reincarnation ya, yang ada sebut ya. Apa nama adik dia tu, adik Thor tu, yang naughty tu, Loki. Loki. Boleh tiba-tiba incarnate balik. Itu ada dalam konsep Buddhism ya. Dia hidup balik ya. Boleh ke? It's up to you, because ini adalah khayalan. Kalau supervisor you agree with that, silakan. Tapi saya lebih selamat, lebih tu pergi kepada buku. Any books that speak on ni senang. Kalau macam filem ni suka dia berlari, you kena tengok. Kalau ada buku, you can refer to page 1, page 2, page 3 is easier. Ambillah novel mana yang you rasa lari sikit daripada itulah in comparative religion ke apa, and then compare, make a study on that. Would be wonderful also. It depends lah who is your supervisor. Kalau he or she suggested as such, silakan. Ada banyak bahan, ada banyak references, silakan.
InsyaAllah Doktor, thank you so much.
Okay, welcome. Yes, anything else from the floor?
Yes.
Ya, Waalaikumsalam. Oh, Iqmal.
I have question to ask. Tapi saya ada satu tajuk ni. Tapi tak tahulah ada berkait ke tak dengan unsur rutin and cooperative region. So, maybe you can nilai jap.
Apa
dia punya tajuk? Dia punya tajuk The Concept of Nasihatul Muluk by Al-Imam Al-Ghazali in the context of Malaysia Madani.
Nasihat muluk tu siapa author dia?
Al-Imam Al-Ghazali.
Okay. And then Madani ni, how long it has been in place?
Setahun.
Are you sure 1 year?
No, not sure. Not sure.
Okay, it can be done if you feel that whether it's connected or not. Still, ada banyak. Is it a lot of references? Ada ke review banyak ke?
Daripada Al-Imam Ghazali tu sendiri dan
No, Madani tu banyak ke write-ups?
Itu saya tak pasti, tapi itu hanya dalam kepala saya.
Boleh
itu
je.
yang saya tanya.
Cuma it is good kalau you want to write something yang banyak references. It's easy for you. Kalau tak ada references, academic ya, I meant by academic yang authentic writing lah. Kalau tak ada, it will be nak based on newspaper cuttings, news awani ke apa ke berita ke, it might not hold a high position academically.
Because
Kalau
only
ada
news.
mudah. Okay, why don't you compare books lah. Macam Nasihat Al-Muluk tu written by Al-Ghazali and Nasihat yang for in Tanah Melayu sendiri. Cuba cari something related to Qanun ke apa, Tanah Melayu. You may want to compare.
Suratul.
Yes, why not? Tapi just focus on leadership saja, jangan banyak. Sebab Suratul Salihin tu luas, ya. So you just focus kalau nak on leader saja. Tengok Al-Ghazali sebut pasal leader, and then okay, tak mau ini, another one is Mawardi. Compare, ada beza tak? You take note ya. Al-Ghazali kurun yang keberapa, and then di sini di Tanah Melayu tu kurun berapa. Ada tak it will be very interesting. You may want to discuss with your supervisor. Draft out the whole lot, cuma jangan terlalu saya takut tak sempat, which is very interesting. You can see lah makna issue of Islamization di sini.
Faham.
That I can see immediately. That would be very good. Usuluddin dengan comparative religion, tadi sini Usuluddin lah.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Okay, welcome. Others? Numbers dah makin berkurang, people left already. Anything else? Fadila, you want to ask more from your friends ke? Ada nak tanya?
I have no question. Anyone else want to ask? Or is it done from all of you?
Hujan pun dah berhenti ya. Tadi selebat-lebat, now it's already stopped. And our river is full of water. Penuh dia hari ini. Teh tarik. Yes, anything? Armin, you have anything to ask? Long time no see, long time no hear.
InsyaAllah.
InsyaAllah.
InsyaAllah apa? Tak ada. Okay lah.
I think I might ask the other because I came late because I just finished my class.
Okay lah, whatever lah. Yeah. Yes, Nasruddin, anything? Tak ada.
Nothing. I'm just now I'm happy with my supervisor. Alhamdulillah.
Happy with your supervisor and you have chosen the topic already.
Not yet.
Not yet. Tak apalah. Okay.
Okay.
I know why Nasruddin is very happy.
Oh, kenapa? You want to share with us?
I am the same supervisor with him.
Oh, siapa supervisor you?
Tak smart.
Oh, sukalah. Orang petani ya. Orang Kelantan. Tak apalah. As long as you are able to write a proper paper, proper write-up, follow accordingly to the requirements for FYP 1 and 2, I will be very happy. Yeah? Sebab usually we would like to also collect, kutip dan susun, collate the good works so that later on we can show to the showcase to others, to public lah, that this is the products of Usuluddin and comparative departments work on FYP. So buat yang terbaik. Since you are happy with your supervisor, happy with their supervision, then do the best. Yeah, because unless and until you put it all, your work will not be as ni. Kalau buat separuh hati saja tak jadi. Buat yang terbaik. Okay, back to you Fadila. Kalau ada apa-apa lagi silakan. Kalau tak ada, kita bye-bye lah for now.
So anyone doesn't have any question anymore? Okay, maybe we can end. Thank you, Dr. Cik Amnah, for the briefing. Now we are at the end of this meeting. Before we end this event, I would like to ask all brothers and sisters to open their camera for a short photography session. You can open your camera. We will take a picture together. Okay.
Okay, please open up your camera, please.
Brother Hafiz, you can take the picture when you are done. Ada lagi ke nak buka kamera?
Ramai yang tak buka.
Can Dr.
What?
close the share screen? I think. Or you not share screen, Dr.
Huh?
Just take.
Okay. Okay, everyone is ready. Okay. One, two, three. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, one more. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Thank you.
All right.
Okay, thank you, Brother Hafiz. We have come to the end of the event. You may take note all the important points that have been mentioned by Dr. Amnah. نختتم بهذا القدر والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. We end our meeting with Tasbih Kafarah and Surah Al-As. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, everyone.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Doctor.
Thank you, Doktor. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you, Doctor.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Thank you, Doctor.
wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Okay.